Hey everybody on YouTube, Hella Bella here. I'm going to make a video on what sold for me on eBay in April. I had a total of $456.42 in sales in April, so 17 items total. So not bad at all considering that eBay is definitely one of my side gigs, but let's just click through a few of these and see what we can find. Most of these were from clothing items from the Goodwill. The first one is this Maestri jacket that I sold on a best offer for $26. I paid $6 for it at the Goodwill in Lawrenceburg. This is new with tags, and I did learn that the Maestri brand is one of Anthropologie's brands, so I knew this was like a sort of a boutique item or whatever you want to call it when I saw it, so I grabbed that for $6 and it sold for 26. Next up is this polo shirt. I believe this sold on a best offer for $25.99, so pretty much again $26. I also paid I think $5 for this at the Goodwill. It is a really nice sweater. I probably should have waited and got a little more money for it, but I just kind of wanted to get rid of it. I get in a mood where I want to like sell through all my eBay inventory sometimes, so that's kind of what April was really about, clearing out some of the inventory. Next up, the Calvin Klein jacket sold on a best offer for $15. I got this for $1 at the Goodwill again. I believe it was like new or kind of almost perfect condition pretty much. So $15 from a dollar, so not bad there at all. Next item was a bad buy in my opinion. I think I paid like $1 a piece for these at a local thrift store, and they took forever to sell, even at $12.99, which is what they sold for. So I don't know. Sometimes you just don't have good luck with ink. Other times I've sold ink overnight or I've sold toner overnight for $100. So it just really depends on what you have. Really check the sold listings with that. I probably just wasn't doing my due diligence with the sold listings on this one. Next up, this is a really good one. This is a Pendleton that I got for $1 at a yard sale. I was going to buy the vest regardless of the brand because of how it looked, but then I saw that it was a Pendleton, so I was like, oh, sweet, yeah, I'm definitely going to get that. Because all the Pendletons that I see are just like ugly, wool, crappy, like blazers, or just like really old style. Like something like this is very interesting looking, so I knew it would sell pretty quickly. It wasn't extra small, so that was kind of I thought maybe it'll take a while to sell, but it actually sold for that $34.99 in about 2 hours, so definitely a good pickup there. Next one is probably the most interesting from all of April's sales, and it's not because it's the most expensive, but my friends at the antique mall have had these negatives that they were going to throw away, and I have about 100 more of them, but what they are is old negative photos, and they're from a small town in Alabama, and it shows a couple of them show people holding like their crops for the year. So I don't know, I was looking at them and I was like, these are really interesting, maybe somebody will want these. There's a little boy and his dog. That one's two ladies shelling peas. But they actually sold in like 2 hours for $19.99. So I really need to go through the rest of my negatives and see. See, there's a lady holding crops. There's two guys in a suit. There's a kid with his head stuck through the fence. I mean, they're just kind of really interesting photos, in my opinion. And that's what I put in the listing. I said they're from the 1940s era, and what they were and where they were from, and the best I could figure out to where they were sourced from. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to post some more of those when I go through them. Next item, a J. Crew skirt. Definitely nothing to write home about because I only sold it for $11 and I paid $1 for it. So I hate selling anything on eBay for less than at least $15 or $20 because of the shipping. I know they ship first class and I only paid $1 for it, but it just to me wasn't hardly worth the time. But yeah, it sold for 11 bucks. These Crocs shoes sold for $17. I got those for $2. I believe they actually shipped first class because they're so lightweight. These were a Goodwill pickup as well. Any kind of nursing shoes will sell at least for maybe 15, 20, sometimes 30 bucks. But these are definitely something to keep a lookout for if you can get them really cheap. Next is a Dress Barn shirt. This one I think I posted in my haul video. It sold for $13.50 and I got it for $1, so I'm not, you know, too upset about that. I was just trying to get rid of it. Let's see. Next up, I got this for $3 and it did sell for the full $29.99. Of course, it was new in the package, so that helped a lot. It's a fat loss monitor. They use these in gyms and some people buy them for personal use. So, I mean, once again, anything new in the box, you definitely want to check on that and see. Just scan it. I believe it was gated on Amazon, but I went with the eBay route, and I know this sold in like a couple of days, if not, you know, quicker than that. Next up, the Miss Me shirt. Looks like it sold for, let's check it out. As you guys can tell, most of my items sell on best offers. So, I don't, you know, if I'm gonna make money off of it, I'll usually send a counter offer back, maybe $1 or $2 more expensive, and then I'll just sell it because I mean I just want to have a quick return with my eBay inventory. So this Miss Me shirt sold for $13. I believe I picked that up for like $3, so not a great sell at all, but it is profit, so let's see. Next up, this is definitely one we can talk about for a minute. The print here sold for $62. So this print is a Big Eyes print. It's not the one that they made the movie about, but it is Mayo, M-A-I-O. It's just a print. I paid $2 for it, and again, it sold for $62. Had it listed for several months. I started it at $150 or best offer, then moved it down to $100 or best offer, and then $89.99. But I actually had it hanging on my wall in my house. I like to rotate my thrift store art in certain places of my house. But this one is when I really started to pay attention to artwork because she just looks so cool, and I was like, somebody's definitely going to want this even though it's just a print. So she did wind up selling for $62. So I would really encourage you to look at the art section of your Goodwill. Yeah, there it is hanging up in my room. So it's not a big print at all. I think it was, let's see, 10.5 by 13.5 inches. Yeah. So anyways, pretty good flip there. Next up is a Kashik bra, 38 double D big bra. This one sold for $14.99. I believe I picked that up for $2. Kashik is a brand that makes plus size clothing, and they're pretty expensive. If I had to guess, I'd think this bra was probably $30 retail. So $15 is not a bad flip on that because I know it's shipped first class. Next is another item that I got at a Fill-A-Bag sale. So my library has Fill-A-Bag, $5 for a giant paper bag, like a food, I don't know, like a grocery store bag, kind of like Aldi has, the big paper ones. Anyways, that's not the point of this. The point is that it sold for $19.99 outright, and I only paid $5 for the whole bag of books. Now, you're wondering why this is not going on Amazon instead of eBay. So I want to say that it was the case of where I couldn't find the listing. I maybe scanned it and couldn't find it later when I got home, and I just got frustrated, and I was like, you know what, we'll just sell them both together, and I know they'll ship medium mail for really cheap. So those sold in about, I know I didn't have to relist it, so it probably sold in a couple of, about 2 weeks took to sell those. Next up is a Talbot's blazer. That sold for $20. I paid $1 for it. So those are the kind of clothing flips that I'm looking to get into. I don't know if you guys, I've told you about the Goodwill that I drive to that's about an hour away. It is in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, and at any given time they have a color that's $1, 99-cent color. So a lot of times I can pick up clothes from there and have some pretty great flips. And then I tend to buy like furniture and stuff from there as well. But yeah, $1 to $20. This is probably the best flip I had on eBay this month. I got this camera for $2 and it sold for $85 same day as I listed it. Got it at the thrift store again, tested it out, brought it home, put some batteries in it, looked through it, and everything looked good. I don't know why they had priced it so cheap, but this is one of the thrift stores that has no idea what they're doing when it comes to pricing. Cheap stuff is expensive, expensive stuff is cheap, and it pretty much all evens out in the wash. But like, it's just frustrating because you know that the people in the back have no idea what they're doing. It's just really frustrating. But anyways, yeah, this is one of the things that I made pretty good money off of this month. $2 to $85, great flip. Last item here. This is a scarf that I got for $2 that sold for $34.99 outright. It sold the same day that I listed it. We have a company in the Shoals area called Alabama Channon, and they make really bougie clothes, like super expensive clothes. So I actually found this at the thrift or at a consignment store for $2, and I guess maybe nobody who shops at a consignment store knew what it was, but I was gonna buy it as soon as I found it because I knew it would sell. But luckily it was only $2, so I made some pretty good profit. And I want to say that it went to California, so whatever this brand is in Alabama is known definitely nationwide and probably worldwide as well. So check that out if you ever see Alabama Channon things. People come to the workshops. I've actually had Airbnb guest who came just to go to her workshop. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting flip right there. So that is pretty much the bulk of my $456 that I sold on eBay this month. Definitely something that I want to keep pursuing because eBay is really easy to just kind of list a few things a week and just kind of put it on the back burner and forget about it, and then you can make money as your items sell. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the eBay sales update. I may keep doing one of these once a month to kind of let you guys in on whatever I'm selling as far as bolos go. Definitely pick up old cameras when you see them because old cameras are worth good money, and pay attention to art because art is definitely moving on eBay. So thanks for watching.